So, do you guys ever go through? I was gonna ask you this question. Do you ever go through like phases of like watching a TV show and like you get really into it and it's like you go into like these random directions of like genres? Because it
Yes.
definitely happened to me. I've been obsessed with the Drain the Oceans TV show on National Geographic lately. Most random of things, but it is really fucking cool.
That sounds interesting. Like what would you would see if they drained the ocean, I guess, like different.
Yeah, they have like these like sonar um things, equipment that go into the ocean. It scans the floor, and then they can go and look and like it'll produce a 3D image of exactly what's on the seabed floor. So like they can explore it better and like see it better versus just diving down there and even getting to places that people can't dive to because it's too deep. So they've discovered a lot of things from like out in like around Egypt and like Italy and Greece about like the Romans and things like that, like ships from then that time. They've the one I'm watching now is talking about like German U-boats and stuff of like
Hmm.
shipwrecks that it's caused, like super interesting, and it's just about history and like stuff like that is like just interesting to me and fascinating. So I get stuck on that kind of stuff a lot. I don't know. And then I get really into it and then I'm like, okay, I need a new direction. Then I go watch like fucking like Too Hot to Handle or something like that because it's just a complete opposite. I don't know. I like a lot of different stuff.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. I like really interesting stuff like that.
Hmm.
But
That's
especially right now when the recommendations start flowing through. So I'm going through all of the Italian mafia classics right now. So watch
Nice.
Casino, Bronx Tale, which was very unexpected. I really love that movie. And then like The Godfather, the classic ones too. And then just going down the list right now, and it's so entertaining right now. It's all
Hmm.
in New York, which is hilarious. But except for Casino, obviously, for Las Vegas. But it feels like
Yeah.
part two to The Godfather.
Yeah. Like,
that
Amanda, do you have like shows that like only you watch with Dan too? Like only shows that you guys watch together?
yeah.
Okay, we have that too. Like lately we've been in like a 90s movies mood. We've been watching like
Yeah,
90s movies again. Like The Longest Yard, like Happy Gilmore, like stuff like that.
they're so
So,
good.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've been watching The Good Doctor. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's
I've heard
not
of it.
and so stop. It's not anything recent. Like it has 7 seasons, but I think it was done like a couple years ago.
Uh-huh.
It's about this like brilliant surgeon who's autistic on the
Oh,
spectrum.
cool.
So it's yeah, but I mean, I think it won a few awards. It's really well done. Like
Hmm.
it's kind of like House in that style, in that
Mhm.
like there's some humor and like the cases are crazy every episode and stuff like that. But I love medical shows, except fuck Grey's Anatomy. I hate that show.
It got way too overboard.
It was
Yeah.
so, I was like, is this Game of Thrones in a hospital? Like, none of this shit would ever, like, everyone just like, because I think last prep, I was trying to find a show to get into for like cardio content.
Hmm.
I was like watching it, I was like, oh, this is really good. And then it just got so soap opera-y. People are
Yep.
dying, there's shootings in the hospital, buses
Hmm.
are running through over people. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, it was so
Yep.
dramatic and just not, I mean, I know obviously this is all fiction, but it was stupid. It was like everyone, I'm like, so everyone just dies every episode. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, no
Hmm.
one can just leave the cast. They have to be killed off. It's like, I didn't like
Yeah.
it.
Yep. It was like after like I don't even remember what season I got to, but like I watched it when I was in college. Like this was still a while ago. And I only got to like season, I don't think I even made it to season 10. And then I was like, I just lost interest. I just can't do it anymore. And I've never really picked it back up since. So stuff like that gets kind of like old, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll play in the background, but after the newer series, like as it got later into the show, I just dropped off completely.
Mhm.
It's the same with Lost. It started
I
going
was gonna say
into
that.
time travel and things, and I was like, "Ugh,
Like
you,
aliens and stuff. I was like, this
yeah,
it as like a shipwreck on a just a desert island. Like,
yeah, it
really?
was great in the beginning, like up to season 4, and then I was like, okay, I'm done.
Hmm. Hmm. Um, Also really like what was I just gonna say? Criminal Minds. That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Criminal Minds is good. Um but
I'm
yeah,
ready
otherwise I
for.
like
Oh yeah.
background shows like House Hunters or like something easy to watch that's like kind of repetitive just because it's easy to pay attention to. And like my ADHD is like I need to have something playing at all times. Like I can't just like sit and work in the silence. I can't do it.
Hmm. Yeah. At least like whenever you're on the road, you can always find either The Office or Friends or Schitt's Creek and else. Those are usually the shows. Like last night was at a restaurant and in the middle of the bar, they're just playing The Office in the background. And I was like, I'm in the middle of Pennsylvania near like and there's The Office is just playing in the background. You can always find that anywhere.
Hmm. The Office and Parks and Rec.
Oh,
Classic.
that's another one. That's right.
Love Parks
Yep.
and Rec. Tyler says I'm
Classics.
a lot like Leslie, and I'm like, you probably are right.
But no, Amanda, you bring up a good point, especially when you're in prep and you're doing a lot of cardio. It's just all about finding, hey, what are some things that we can put to the side and always look forward to watching. So there are definitely some TV shows or say movies that I just put on a list that say if I'm doing cardio, then I can just always pull from it because then it is makes something to look forward to and not as a drag, but it's like, hey, that cardio time is reserved for Real Housewives. And then you can just catch up on that, but don't watch it any other time and just leave it for cardio.
I had to do
Yeah.
so much cardio last prep. I finished all seasons of Top Chef.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Shit.
that was a
That'll do
lot.
it.
That was a lot. But no, I guess Chicago Pro happened last weekend.
Hmm. Yeah, last weekend, last Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, it was last weekend. Um, and again with some of the posing, I was just like, and not in the sense of like dancing posing, but like some of the figure girls, I was like, what are you doing? Like I sent one to one, I think I sent it to Amanda, and I was like, this one girl looked like she had to go pee really bad. Because this the way she was like moving her hips was like looking like she was doing like the potty dance. And I was like, and her hands were going way up here too far. And then another girl, the girl that won, looked great, but her posing, she was doing like women's physique posing and like her back pose. And I was like, what are you like? This is figure, not women's physique. Why are you putting your leg out and like your arms up in the air like this? This is figure. And I think with posing, if for any division, stay within your division's poses. Do not go to other poses and like just don't be over the top with it. Like I just can't understand that.
Do you by chance have them up? I haven't seen the figure results from Chicago yet.
I can put it up here real quick. And we can talk about bikini, bodybuilding, all that stuff too. That was just my big gripe about it was just like, what is up with this posing? Oh, look, and it's right on
Yeah.
Gilpin.
Cool.
Um, okay. Let me share my screen so I can show you guys here. Okay. So this is the girl that won. Again, amazing physique.
It's like really picked, like not it's like slow-mo moving weird.
You can't see it moving the right way.
It's moving, but it's like weirdly slow and choppy.
Oh,
But we can
weird.
still see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just connection. But yeah, we could see.
I don't like that wellness top.
No, I don't either. Like how the cups are shaped, I think it makes her look too wide on the top. And like
Yeah.
that. Like why are you doing like a wellness pose there? And then this
Oh,
one, like you're in heels too.
oh my God.
Like why are you doing this?
At least, there's more openness to styles, but this is not it for me.
No, I just personally, I just didn't really care for it.
No, we have long gotten rid of the pie saucers for a while now, so please get rid of that suit as soon as you can.
I thought Nicole Graham looked really good this this show. She came out with a really good presentation. Like she does have her own style to it. Like she kind of does this like side pose like the winner did. What's her name? I didn't even know her name. I'm sorry. Um, Oksana. Like she does this other pose too like that and like I think she can pull it off well. She just can't get over the top with it, I think.
Mm. She has a beautiful physique.
Mm-hmm. Like look at those lats. They just go
Yeah,
out wide.
That suit is really cool.
it
Mm-hmm.
is. I like how it changes in the light.
What did she get at this show again?
I want to say she got third. See, she
Wonder
does
why
the
this
light out too, like that.
Mm,
interesting. Well,
Yeah.
mm.
it's
It
hard to
almost
see.
has the
It's
fit
so
model.
choppy, so I can't really like tell what the flow is or isn't
Let
because
me
it's
see if I just refresh the
moving
page.
like a robot.
It's interesting how the stallion pose has gotten into figure. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize that.
And that's exactly what it is the stallion pose, and that's the odd thing. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I think about it. I just feel like poses should stay within their divisions and not necessarily cross over. And because that's like why the divisions have them, you know what I mean? But let's see. Did I already skip through bikini? Oh, bikini was the next day, that's why.
Mm.
Okay, so bikini was, I believe this girl won.
Kate Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, her physique is that's a terrible angle. Okay. It was like it's still going super choppy. I think it's just the connection.
Ah, shoot.
But I'm just gonna watch them on my phone and pull them up
Okay.
video so that way I can actually
Carolyn, is it choppy on your end?
Yeah,
Oh, shoot.
but I've seen this happen in other podcasts as well, so it may just be because we're sharing through Zoom.
because you're on just Gilco, right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah. She's from Australia. She beat Ashley Kaltwasser last year at the Dallas show.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And then it was very close, but she looks great here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the only thing I don't like that she does is she comes out in the beginning of her routine for like with her hair like this, and then she
Oh,
grabs
over her shoulders.
and like I'm like, oh, like it's just a little pop, but it's just yeah, I don't know. It's
I
I
see
mean,
what you mean. She like comes out and then she's just like, woo.
yeah, I mean it's nothing that would impact her placing or anything like that.
No.
I just don't, it's just not, I don't know, stuff like that I find it's I don't know. It's just it literally is personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
I love her physique. Whoops. Sorry, my volume. I love her physique though. Like I loved her last year too. She's just very bubbly. She has like that gift of being able to be lean enough without separated hamstrings and quads.
Mm-hmm.
Her
She
glutes are
has
huge.
really nice full glutes, like really, really nice.
God, bikini's really gotten muscular, man.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at like Savannah Dolezal. She, I believe, was second. She's actually like pretty muscular for bikini too. Like, look at her upper body. Like, she's the one right next to her in the red suit.
Yeah.
She's from Minnesota, so I know her, but yeah, like her upper body's like she's pretty stacked even.
Yeah. Like she's dense.
Mm-hmm.
can we all just go into this rest of this year without the heel kick? Can we stop doing the heel kick?
Yes, please.
She
Please
is so
stop.
lean too. It's not my, it just looks like you have like dog poop on your foot and you're trying to like kick it off. Like I've yet to see it done where I like it. I don't know. I'm just like, whoa, what was that? Like it just,
It's like, especially at the ending when girls are just like, wee, and like kick up their leg. It's like, boop. And I'm
yeah,
just like,
I don't,
ah.
I just don't. Yeah, her glutes are great.
I love
Um,
her muscle maturity.
Mm-hmm.
no. I'm building a pro routine, a bikini pro routine, you guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, so it's for one of my like best friends. She's a bikini pro, and asked me to help her with her posing. So she's like 8, 9 weeks out right now. Um, so even though she's one of my best friends, like it's still like such an honor when a pro asks you to help with the routine. Because I've helped pros with routines before, but it's more so just like tweaking a few little things here and there versus like
Mhm.
starting from scratch and like building the whole thing. Because a lot of pros, like they kind of have the routine that they want to do, and it's kind of tough to get them to do something totally different, which I totally understand. Like you want to be confident and do what you want to do. I don't blame them. And everybody's going to post, like you're going to have one pro and you could have 5 posing coaches and they're all going to be completely different recommendations.
Right.
It's because a lot of posing, like there's like one girl could do 10 different routines and they're all going to be beautiful. It's just
Mm-hmm.
different. Especially because the routines are longer, like amateur is different, but I'm so excited. I cannot wait because she hasn't competed for a while because she had a baby.
Mm.
Oh,
she,
wow.
she did a pro debut, I think in 2021. um so it's been like 4 years if I remember that correctly. Been a
Wow.
while, and we started working on this a couple days ago. um and I'm so excited. I mean, she's coached by Shelby Pierce with Fit Body Fusion. So
Okay.
she has like all the resources, but the fact that she asked me, I was like, because I didn't ever bring it up. Like she's always like, I need to get your eye for posing, but she's like in an actual prep now. Um, and so and I never was like, oh, I hope, like I want her to pose with whoever is going to make her feel the most confident. It's not just because you're friends with somebody that does not mean they should use you. And this
Mm-hmm.
is
Right.
her career and her show. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Um, so I was like, oh my God, me? Yes, I would love to help. Like I would absolutely love it. So I'm super excited.
That's so flattering and also just like a testament to like how much your friend trusts you and is comfortable with you and also like how pro worthy like your posing is too, like and how good of an eye you have for it. So like that's great resume builder, great all around like if you get to help a friend too and just get your name out there and stuff. So like that's really awesome.
Yeah, for sure. It's one of the things because like with posing, it as the division evolves, like posing evolves, and everybody is so different that it's like you can never stop learning about it. Because like maybe you'll get someone with this kind of structure, and then you pick up a few things on how to make their
Hmm.
make their proportions look a little bit different. But if you've never, there's so many structures that it's like, especially with bikini, it's like, fuck, like there's so many different angles you can hit
Hmm.
for transitions and stuff. But it's one of the few things where I'm like, I know I can take posing, like if someone's a little bit choppy or just not smooth, like I know I can make it flow really, really well. Like I feel just so excited about it because I'm like, yes, like I love posing so much. I love it. And I see so many pros that, of course, amateurs, but pros too, where I'm just like, oh, if she would hit that a little bit differently or take that move out completely, like it would do wonders for her routine.
Hmm.
Just for the presentation, because you're getting judged on what you show the judges. And there's certain angles like girls should never be showing the judges. You know what I mean? You're like, ooh, don't ever like don't twist on that side. Don't do, don't put your toe like that. And it makes such a difference, especially like how you're hitting your back pose. Because people will here's what happens the most, I feel like with posing. People get so hyper fixated on making one body part look a certain way they're like, oh, if I do this with my knees and my toes, my glutes look bigger, then the rest of you looks like shit. So you're
Mhm.
sacrificing the entirety of the look to get like a millimeter of like pop on your upper glute, but then the rest of it looks funky. It like looks squat, like you're squatting, or it takes away your taper in the upper body. Because people don't realize like the judges are like, yeah, glutes matter, but they're looking at the whole picture, the whole package. And I'm a testament to like, it's not just having big glutes, like the taper, the shape you're showing them matters immensely to the overall package. You don't want to sacrifice the entirety of the look to make one body part look a little bit better.
Mhm. No, I agree with that. And like even in figure too, like it can be really hard to make figure flow because it is so much like a structured, like these are your poses kind of thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of girls that I get for figure posing have a hard time with like, well, how do I make this look pretty without being like really awkward? And I'm like, each person has to kind of find their own flow. And like a big thing that I recommend to people is like just put a playlist together of like your favorite kind of posing music and then just go in your posing room, in your house, wherever, put your headphones in and turn that on and just like flow to it of like what your body wants to do to like the beat of the music. And it works so well. And it just gets you like more comfortable with like moving your body. Cause I have a lot of girls that were athletes, but like never did like dance or gymnastics. And like, so they don't really know how to like move from the shoulders down, or like make that flow with your hands. So it's tough.
That was me. I have no like, I mean, I did like tap and ballet when I was 4, but like
Yeah.
not like any like noteworthy dance. It was just like, oh, put your little girl in like a few dance classes and you do a little recital and you're good.
Hmm.
Um, if I
I
can,
think that's what's also, yeah, go ahead.
I say if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah. Well, it was funny too because like we always hear it from not only ourselves but other athletes too, is that you do have to go into your alter ego, and that's going to be the music that brings that out of you, because you're not going to get your favorite song, on stage, but in your practice, you can channel that mindset in your head already so that you practice it enough times that you just don't get it wrong.
Hmm. Honestly, when I go on stage, I don't hear a damn thing.
I
I don't
could not tell you what song I've
don't
competed to.
Yep, I have
Nope.
no idea. Don't hear any of it. I just focus and I just like go. And then I just like my mind just goes like boop and I just like my body just does the thing and because I practice it so much, I just know what to do. So that's
Unless
all I do when I go on. A lot of people be like, "Oh yeah, you count in your head to like this or that." And I'm just like, "Yeah, I don't count anything. I just do it."
I mean, unless you're in wellness, then it's going to be Bad Bunny. But
Latinx only.
yeah, it's a Latin mix only,
Unless they don't like you, then they turn on other music. Every time the Latin girls come out, they just turn on the Latin music.
or it's just silence.
Yep. That's what we had determined at the Arnold, remember?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
but yeah, I guess what else is new for you guys? Amanda, you have a few clients competing soon, right?
yeah, I have this dog.
Just a widow beggar.
He'll just come up and like shove his face like, and I'm trying to be better about not pushing him away because I just don't like that. But anyway. Yeah, I have 2 girlies competing in 3 weeks.
Woo.
3 week, or I guess 3 weeks from this past Saturday. So 2 and 3/4 weeks or whatever you want to call it. I'm very, very excited. They're both doing bikini, different height classes. One girl, it's her very first show. The other girl, it's her second show. We did one show 2 years ago and she won like all of her classes. So
Nice.
I'm super excited for her this time. She had an injury partway through her prep. So we lost like probably 5 weeks there because she couldn't do cardio or train because she
Mm.
injured her calf playing tennis. Um, so she looked like her shape is so insane. And she's just like, she's a shorty. She's only 5 feet. So her conditioning will be close, but I'm killing her now. But if there's anything that I'll want to be a little bit better, it's going to be the conditioning just because we lost that time.
Hmm.
She still kind of came down a little bit, but we just couldn't train and really push her at all in those like 5 weeks or so. And we had this show planned because she has a few things coming up afterwards. So, like travel and stuff like that. So,
Oh yeah.
she's gonna be beautiful, but I think like if because like we said, we have 2.5 weeks. I'm killing her to get there. She's handling it like a champ. But if there's anything on that one, on her, it could just be I want her to be a little bit tighter. And then my other girly is doing incredible. Like I'm so proud of her. Like it's her very first prep and her very first show. And she has absolutely crushed it, not taking any androgens at all, and is just handling it like a freaking champ. And her conditioning is awesome. Um,
Nice.
so I'm super happy with that. She's got some glutes, which I'm really excited to see. I'm just excited whenever girls, it's their first show. Like I just love seeing them experience everything for the first time. Like the tan going in and getting your number and getting like having your suit come in the mail and like all of that stuff for the first time is just, it's always like you only get to experience it once.
Mhm.
Or sorry, experience it for the first time once. I can't talk. And so getting to see her like have all those experiences, oh my gosh, it just lights me up. I love seeing that. And then I'm gonna do both their hair and makeup. So like seeing them get the glam and all of that fun stuff is just, oh, I love it. It's so fun. And she's got such a great mindset. They both do. Both of these girls are such beasts with their mindset. Like they never complain, not once. They don't ask for food or anything like that. Not that my girls really would, but especially when it's your first prep, like you just have never felt the prep feels before. So it's all
Mhm.
new. And when I've said like, all right, we're gonna push, you ready? They're like, hell yeah, let's go. And they've they trust me throughout the whole process. And I am so appreciative of that. And they're both gonna have killer results. I'm very excited. So
It's always so fun, and it's nice to like to know that they're gonna have good preps where they're gonna want to continue and then grow into the future. Like my favorite thing, like, is during a prep when girls are like this is really fun, but like I'm really excited to grow now, like because now I can see where I'm at, and like I just really want to grow now, and I'm like, sweet. It's like we're gonna get there. Like just be patient, but like we will get there. And so to see them get really excited and just really want to keep improving is like the icing on the cake for me, because that's like you can make it through a prep, but to want to do it again is like a whole other thing, because a lot of people just don't. A lot of people do it once and they're like, ah, that really wasn't for me. I don't want to do the whole food thing again, which is
yeah,
sad. That's why, like, I think all of us can attest as coaches, like, we want to make sure our clients do have the best experience so that they can do another one, and even if they decide not to, they still had a good experience. They just decided it's not for them, kind of thing.
yeah. And I learned a lot from both of them. I learned so much from every single prep that I coach, because
Mhm.
even if it's the same person, the preps are all different because
Yep.
life circumstances are different. Your body is in a different spot than it was previously. Um, and there are a lot of not all the coaches around here, but there are a few coaches around here that do a very standard like 12, 16 week prep, lose 30, 40 pounds. You know what I mean? And they like, because our bodybuilding community here is very tight knit, and I love it so much. But there's a lot of people in it, and a lot of my like sometimes my girls like will get questions from other people like, oh, your prep is that long, like isn't that blah blah blah, you know what I mean? Like those kind of make comments on it, because both of them are going to be around 23, 24 weeks of a long prep. And both of them, when they started, I always tell everybody this, but like we're prepping for a physique, not a show. These are the kind of the month, like July, August is what we're looking at, and then we'll pick once we get closer. And especially with Destiny getting injured, I was like, we for sure need to do August. And Anna, who's my other girly, we were originally last year building her into wellness. That was her goal. And once she kind of got more into the sport and realized like what that takes in every facet, not just time and, intensity, because that girl trains like a fucking animal. It's
Mhm.
also just like how far she would have to go with drug protocols. And that was, she doesn't want to do any of that, which I don't blame her. Like, she's new to the sport. So she doesn't want to touch any of that. And once she kind of saw like what that was, she was kind of like, I think I really want to work towards bikini. And I was like, yes, I would absolutely love that. And so we kind of shifted from that into like, okay, let's prep for bikini. And she was like, I know this is kind of last minute, but I'd love to do a show this summer. And so I was like, okay, great. Because typically I'll do like a little bit of a pre-prep phase when I know someone has more than like 20, 25 pounds of body fat to lose.
Yep.
But she wanted to just hop right in. Her boyfriend is competing this summer. He competed a couple weeks ago and he's going to USA's also. So he's in it.
Oh, awesome.
And I actually knew him before her. I used to work with him years ago. Nicest guy ever. So anyway, it was kind of like, I was like, all right, it's gonna be a longer prep because we got some body fat to pull off. So if you're fine with that, I'm fine with that. I want to go nice and steady because I want to protect your muscle. And she was like, yep, I'm totally fine with that. But for some people that are used to like that standard 16-week prep, it was really long. But at the same time, I'm so glad that I stick with my guns on going with my gut with that, because, she trains so hard and she works so hard and has such a good mindset. And my goal is to protect that muscle as much as humanly possible and to make sure her prep experience is as good as it can be. And if we're just hammering her to lose like, 35 plus pounds in 16 weeks, 40 pounds, that's just gonna be miserable. And so I was like, we're gonna take our time. She's had refeeds every single week, sometimes multiple days. She didn't start feeling rough until maybe a couple weeks ago, and she's less than 3 weeks out now. So it's like, and cardio was not more than like 40 minutes until recently. You know what I mean? So it's like we're able to kind of do that and take our time, because she had been dieted by another coach before and she was doing an hour of cardio and eating like not much at all. And she's doing less and eating more than that on some of her higher days. And so I feel like we've brought her into her first show as healthy as you could. You know what I mean?
Yep. I always think it's a win when like towards the end of prep, you just finally get to like that 60-minute cardio mark. Like, then I'm like, okay, awesome. And like at 6 days a week, not even 7, like all of my clients still this year had at least one full rest day of the week, like, which is definitely needed. Like, I had done cardio, I think you guys have too, where it was all 7 days a week, 2 hours a day. And that shit sucks. And no resting at all.
What? Sorry to interrupt you. Sometimes you got to fucking do that, just to all the people that are on Reddit saying your coach is a bad coach if you're doing more than an hour of cardio and eating under 1,300 calories. First of all, fuck off. That's not the case. Like, you can't make blanket statements like that. People on there get so mad about cookie cutter and you're sitting here prescribing that. Most pros, not all, like you hear about the ones that, oh, I'm eating 1,800 calories at my lowest. Like, you hear about the genetic freaks that can do that. Most of us, like, I've had to get up to 2 hours of cardio every prep until this one. Every one. I've had to get, I've had to have protein veggie only days. So like no fats, no carbs, except for from green vegetables. Is that even a carb? We all three have had to do that. And sometimes that's what it takes. Now, if you're doing that 12 weeks out, that is for sure.
That's a problem.
Yeah. But if you're in the last 4 to 6 weeks, I would say 4 to 5 or 6 would be still kind of brutal. But if you're in the last like 4 weeks or so, it's crunch time, baby. It takes what it takes. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you're not willing to sometimes go to those extremes, then you may not be able to come in conditioned enough. Now, if you're doing that and your body still isn't responding, then okay, maybe there's something going on. But that I've yet to see that happen. Like my girly, who's 5'0", like last prep, we had protein veggie days, cardio was high as shit, but she's 5 feet tall. You know what I mean? Like, she's a lot smaller. It just takes what it takes. And it doesn't mean like something's wrong with you. It doesn't mean like, oh, your coach is bad if you're doing that. I feel like coaches say you'll never have over 40 minutes of cardio and never be under these calories. Like, I'd be willing to bet a lot of their clients don't come in shape, because that's just horse shit.
You can't
did hear
guarantee
that,
something like that.
Right. And I did hear that a lot like 2 years ago. I would say around like 2018, 2020 was when it was all about macros and that you're not going to have to suffer kind of thing. But at least now, I think more people are getting the picture that no, you're not going to have a refeed every single week during your prep, or just because that you are losing weight and on a very fast schedule. Say you drop 3 pounds twice in 2 weeks. I mean, that would sound great, but no, you're not going to get a refeed if you hadn't had one already in the plan too. So just because, good or bad outcome, all of it matters within the data. So just having a refeed or making prep look easy, it's not really what you see. It's just for the gram anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some people like, I have girls that drop after a refeed, and like I'm looking and testing out refeeds starting at the beginning of the prep. You know what I mean? So it's like if you have someone that shows you that from 18 and 20 weeks out, they have a refeed. Because whenever I usually will have girls like check in the day after, if their weight goes up and stays up for a few days after, that may be someone that probably doesn't need a refeed. You know what I mean? And their body's it's just kind of holding on to it. And then you have somebody that you give them a refeed and it breaks a plateau or they drop. And that happens every single time. Like Anna is one of those. Every single time she gets a refeed, she drops weight every time because her body is like a cortisol dump. But you can't just like live in a state of refeed. You have to create the deficit throughout the week, refeed, cortisol will drop off, then the body will let go of the weight. That's how her body works. Now I have other girls that it just slows down the dieting process. So I've told them like, we're not doing refeeds until you really need it, until I can tell their energy levels are usually pretty decent and they feel fine. So it's like sometimes
Some bodies are just more resilient in that way. Like Kiana, one of my girls was the same way where every time she had a refeed, she would just drop. And it was like clockwork. And because her cortisol would um prevent her from dropping weight, she would just get more inflamed. She's had previous gut issues before too, and she doesn't have a gallbladder, so like that also plays into it as well, with her and losing weight. So we have to be really careful with her and like certain foods too. Whereas like one of my other girls, Lainey, she just like steadily dropped like pretty much all of prep. And she just like continued to make progress, which was awesome. And like I gave her a couple refeeds just to like test out like feeding up and stuff. And then even after the first show, I changed it because I think we fed her up a little bit too much and we used a little too much salt. So we learned she was very salt sensitive. So we adjusted that back, changed up her water a little bit. So like not everyone is going to be the same coming into a show. So like her peak weeks, we changed quite a bit, where the others, we kind of just tweaked them a little tiny bit, like gave a little bit more or less carbs here and there. And then, yeah, it was really, really simple. But again, next prep, probably not going to be different because they're all going to have more muscle mass. And like, even with Morgan, my girl that's doing USA's, last year, I had to fat cycle her to get her to drop weight. And she still wasn't
Mm.
like lean enough. Like she had the muscle, just wasn't lean enough. This year, she's had carbs like the whole time. And she's been just like leaning out like crazy. And I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna go with it. So
yeah,
Yeah. I think it's also important to remember too that after your first prep, which is either going to be the easiest or the hardest, you do have to set your body up into that place beforehand. So, like Amanda mentioned about putting your client through a pre-prep phase before going into the actual prep, then it's going to make your actual prep so much easier. So, like for myself, I'm dieting right now. Amanda, you had a pre-prep diet before, and Kayla, you've been doing the mini cuts before the prep. And so it's all going to put, our future into a better place. So we don't have to do what we've done in past preps by cutting 30, 40 pounds in one go, because all three of us have had to do that. I don't know if it was 30, 40 pounds for Caleb, well, my little nugget here,
it
but it
was
was a lot of,
30.
it was 30,
I
right?
had to drop
Yeah.
30 pounds at 4'9".
Well,
That's hard as balls.
yeah.
That's a large percentage of my body weight.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. So, to put an example, I guess for myself, with smaller people, like we don't have as much like wiggle room. Like my maintenance calories are about 1800-ish right now, 2000 if I get there, if I'm training consistently and stuff. But like really I only get up to like maybe 2350 calories, so nothing crazy. But like during prep, my calories can get down to like 900 or like 600 on a protein veggie day, but that's just what I have to deal with. And last prep I dropped about 30 pounds, but this time now it's like what Luke and I have been doing has been like rotating and doing like growth phases and then push phases or pull phases. Grow, pull. So like by pull I mean like mini cuts. So we'll do about 8 to 10-ish weeks or so of like a cleanup phase. And ever since I started with him, I've just kind of slowly dropped like my body fat set point ever since. Like now I'm maintaining about like 126 at like maintenance calories versus like when I started with him, I was like 134, 135 eating the same calories. So I'm maintaining a leaner body weight. And by doing this, like these phases that we've been doing, it's been helping me to set up for a much better prep here come this fall. So I'm hoping it works. I think Amanda, you did something similar. Maybe not quite exactly the same, but similar in nature of like just like a pre-prep kind of thing. So yeah, and
Yeah.
Carolyn, you're doing that now too.
Yeah,
La-
Amanda did that last year.
Yeah, last year I went from 176 to 152.
Yeah, yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's much easier when you do that. And also it makes off season, I feel like, go by faster in a way because you kind of have different goal sets then. And you're like, okay, like I have a little cleanup phase here where I can like pull some body fat off. And then you're like, okay, now I can push up again. And like you kind of get to switch things up a little bit, which is nice and gives your brain kind of different things to focus on versus like, I'm just gonna get chubby and like just eat the food. Like that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just well, plus like my body was just in a rough spot too, just with my
Mhm.
insulin and stuff. So I just it wasn't like the good kind of weight, you know what I mean? Where you're like, I need to put this weight on for muscle growth and just to be in a better, like more stable spot. It was like shit was off. But
Mhm.
honestly, like I wouldn't change any of it. Like it all worked out the way it was supposed to. Uh,
Mhm.
but yeah, everyone is just so different. You have to just like we all do, just treat them very individually. And
Mhm.
it's easy for I think it's easy as a coach to let like other people or other coaches like get in your ear, like, oh, you should do this. And then just like, it's one thing if you're like really unsure about something and you're trying to get feedback from somebody else, like, hey, have you experienced this with a client before? What happened? What did you do? That's great. But like to be like, oh, you should be doing more cardio at that point. Like, I've had girls have friends that tell them that, like, you should be doing more cardio at that point. I'm like, how many people have they fucking prepped? Zero.
Yep.
Or just because they had to go through it doesn't mean that
Yeah.
other athlete has to do the same.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, wait,
Mhm.
what does that have to do with anything? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree with that. I had someone someone messaged one of my girls like fairly early into prep and like she still had like 150 carbs, like she was doing all right. Like her cardio wasn't super high, maybe like 40 minutes or so, and this girl messaged her from her gym and she was like, "Hey, like I just want to make sure like you're okay. Like I know we were talking." And like she didn't even share her macros with her or anything. And she was like, I just feel like your food's really, really low right now. And I'm just concerned about you. And I just feel like, maybe you should look into getting a different coach and stuff. And she's like, thanks for the concern, but like, I'm okay. I promise. And I'm like, who just says that kind of stuff? Like without any context at all or anything like that. It's just like, I just don't get that. Because this other girl was still eating like over 2,000 calories and like during prep. And so she thought that it was like going to be the same for everybody. And I was like, yeah, no, it doesn't work like that.
I
Yeah,
mean, there are those cases where you should be concerned, like what last year was like. Like that's very much appreciated. Like if someone does know that the person is only eating 900 calories and doing 2 hours of cardio every day and they're 20 weeks out, yeah, that's when, okay,
That's a
that's
problem.
fine. That's fine to like if there was a legitimate reason that you do have a concern for another athlete or another coach, whether they're at the gym or a friend of yours, or if you never even met them, but you just know them through online. Okay, then yeah, maybe just kind of like lightly go into that conversation with that person. But for something like that, yeah, she sounds fine. I think the other girl is just trying to coach Hopper. That just sounds fishy.
I think a good rule of thumb is if you're not a coach, like, and your friend is not, or your friend or someone that you know, there's not like a health concern where, like Carolyn said, under 1,000 calories, 200 or 2 hours of cardio at 20 weeks out, like that's concerning. That there's like something not right. Like as a coach, I'd be like, we're not doing this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right.
But aside from that, like keep your mouth shut. It's not like you don't know if you're not a coach, even if you are a coach, it's not your client, keep your mouth shut. It's none of your business. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know all the other variables that are going on. Um, and a good friend would say, like, let's say someone's binging on their prep a lot and falling off. I would encourage them, like, hey, I think you should let your coach know what's going on. You may not be in the right headspace to prep right now.
Yep.
I think you should talk to your coach about it.
Mhm.
And if the coach, I mean, there's like obviously scenarios where like if someone's health is at risk and the coach is doing nothing about it, that is definitely concerning. But if just because someone's plan is different than yours, it's like, no, that's, I swear to God, shit like that drives me crazy.
And yet
And
people
it's never gonna
turn
stop.
on cookie cutter plans, but they want everything to be the same as theirs. So that makes no sense.
Right. That makes fucking sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's never gonna stop. It's always gonna be out there, but like we said, just stop. Be like Michael Jordan. Just stop.
Just hush. Yeah, I know.
Stop.
Just, it
I
blows
think
my
only
mind.
millennials will know that reference.
Armchair coaches, people like that have like, I've had the
Yeah.
worst with the boyfriend, the worst
Oh.
client's boyfriend who has never even, not to mention, of course, never coached a female, never coached anybody, has no idea how human physiology and biology works whatsoever. Like, I think you should do this. Have you considered training like this? Have you considered shutting your fucking mouth? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, I cannot. It's always the boyfriend that has no idea what they're talking about. And I'm not talking about guys that are like, have a little bit of concern for their girlies. Not the, like, that's fine. Of course, like you're going to have some concern if you've never seen someone prep before, like totally. I mean, the one that like is legitimately telling them what they should do with their drugs, with their training, with everything. Like, oh, you should do this. I'm like, you've never coached anybody. Where are you getting this? Oh, I read it somewhere. Okay, well, because you read it somewhere and you have no applicable context whatsoever to have an understanding of how women, not even just bodies work, but women's bodies work. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, sorry. I'm gonna get
Yep. I luckily haven't had any of that. Um, I do have like one client that has a husband and like I try to include him on stuff too. And whatnot, just so that like because I feel like too, like the husbands just want to feel like a part of it. And I think if you include them in on certain things, like then they feel better about like the plan and that they're like included or like can help in the way that they can. And I think that's fine and stuff. It's just and she's asked me before and she was like, hey, like my husband noticed this, like I'm not trying, and she like prefaced, she's like, I'm not trying to say like he's trying to like coach me or say anything, blah blah blah. He just noticed this. What do you think about it? And like, so we have a conversation about it. And like that stuff is fine. That doesn't really bother me. Because sometimes like they'll notice things that like you won't notice about yourself. And then they're like, hey, you need to tell your coach this. Like Tyler tells me that all the time. He's like, did you tell Luke that? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, you probably should. And I'm like, yep, I probably should because I would just like be like, oh, it's no big deal and just keep going and brush it off, but it's kind of a big deal. So sometimes it is helpful, but and for the most part, like if they're trying to tell you like what to take drug wise, what to do for your peak week, what to do for cardio training, all that, like don't listen to it. Listen to your coach, please.
I have a very hard line on this. If any of my clients ever change up their drug protocol without telling me and I find out about it, you're immediately done. Immediately done. Like I do not, I'm just going to say this now. I don't fuck around with that. Like if I am guiding someone through that, I will not tolerate that whatsoever because I'm the one coaching you. If something happens because you're doing whatever bullshit your boyfriend tells you to do or that you read online. You are my responsibility.
Mhm.
No, absolutely not. And I will continue to do that. If I find there's not even like a conversation about it, we're done. And I say it in the beginning for anyone that's enhanced, if I find out through if you're having issues, tell me immediately and we will adjust. We'll do whatever we need to do. Always talk to and communicate, because want to know everything about that kind of stuff. Like, I do not take it lightly whatsoever. I never take it lightly. I have very intense conversations with people about it. Make sure that they have all their questions answered, make sure that they are fully informed on everything that we're doing. And if someone's taking that in their own hands, I'm out. I'm not taking responsibility for that. If you get a side effect that's irreversible because you decide to up your own dose or change compounds or whatever the case may be, abso-fucking-lutely not. Like, I do not.
Because no matter what, that goes forever back on you of being like, well, so and so was my coach during this time and they said this. And so that's easy for them to just justify and put blame somewhere. And that's totally not okay.
No, it's not. It's like, that's a part of it, but the biggest part of it is this is your health.
Mm-hmm.
I take it very seriously. If someone is doing that for whatever reason, they think they know more than me. They don't think I know what I'm doing. Whatever the intention behind it is, there's a lapse in trust there. And it's usually because they're hearing Peanut Gallery tell them, oh, you should just take this, or that's hardly taking that. You're hardly taking anything at all. You should take this instead, or you should increase it if you really want to blah, blah, blah. I heard this one girl. So they're hearing all these things in their mind, in their head, or in their ear. And they're like, well, what if blah, 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 blah. And when you're prepping and you're dieting or whatever, you're just not always in your most logical mind, or even if you're off season, it's happen, I mean, like, it could happen anytime. If someone is willing to take the advice of that person over what I'm telling them with compounds, I'm done. I'm so out. Like, I have no desire to be in a coaching relationship with someone that doesn't 100% trust me to the point where if they're getting Peanut Gallery information, they're like, sorry guys, I trust my coach. I'm gonna do exactly what she tells me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And a lot of coaches,
very
I
much
hear
agree
like
with that.
this happened. Oh, sorry, what?
I just said I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. And like a lot of coaches, they hear like, oh, this fucking guy took double what I told him to take. So blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, immediately fired. And it's not in a mean way. I'm just like, hey, I wish you all the best. I really care about you. Thank you so much for your time with me. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't do this to pay my bills. I do this because I fucking love it. I have zero desire to work with anybody who's willing to listen to some other rando about compounds they're putting in their body. No. Nope. Without telling me, you know what I mean? Or not just doing it and then telling me afterwards, like, no. No.
Mm-hmm. Nope, I agree with that wholeheartedly. My favorite is when you see like the gym bros giving advice to girls and being like, well, if you just took like this much Anavar, like you would probably win. And as much as it sucks, like that's what people go with because they hear that like you're gonna win and you're gonna do well and you're gonna do all this stuff. And like that stuff in itself can really, really harm people just because like they just get all this hype and everything. And it's like, sorry, but you're not the judge. You're also not the coach. You're just Joe Schmo from the gym who thinks he's big, but he sucks. Like that's all it is. And so really filter like who you're taking advice from and who you're listening to, who you're letting hype you up. Because even in prep, you'll notice too that like all these people want to be your friend and hype you up and like shoot root for you and like be in your corner. But then in off season, when you're just like grinding it out, doing the same thing over and over, you don't hear from them. Like, can't tell you that how many times that's happened to me where like I have all these people who just want to root for me when I'm in prep, but when I'm in off season, I don't hear a word.
I think one thing would be really good is that if an athlete is very susceptible to want to change course due to opinions of others, maybe not like a spouse or say a parent or something like that, but if there are friends or other people from the gym that always seem to inject their opinion onto somebody's prep, I would just say delete Instagram. Just get rid of it.
Hmm.
Yeah. And just don't have access to that because then they can't see how your progress is doing unless you're in the gym. And then if not, then just keep your headphones in. People don't need to talk to you.
I've never had this happen to me personally, so I don't think anyone would dare. Enzo, stop.
Talk to Amanda.
I have
Wrath of
never,
Amanda.
I have never had a goddamn person come up to me like, I think you should do this. You should not, blah, blah, blah. Oh, really? You fucking think you have any? Okay, great. Like I've just never encountered it. Even when I was like a really, really newbie amateur. I'm still an amateur, but when I was like my first season, you know what I mean? I just don't carry, give me your opinion energy. Like not seeking it out. The opinion of my coach, my husband, and Dan has never once tried to give me advice or tell me what he thinks I should do with coaching. It's more so just like his opinion on like everything else. And he knows a lot. He's been in bodybuilding for a long time. He's there to reassure and support or say you should talk to your coach about it, just like Tyler said to you.
Hmm.
Like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like when I was still like natural and like just coming up in bodybuilding and stuff, I got a lot of people that came up to me and they're like, "How much VAR are you taking?" And I was like, "What's that?" And I was I like legit knew nothing. And I just was like, I don't know. And they're like, "You're really veiny.
So
Like you
weird.
shouldn't be that veiny." And I was like, "Well, I am. Like that's just my body. Sorry." But I
Oh
had
my,
a lot of dudes asking me that, like how much gear I was taking and stuff. And like one, that's just like kind of disrespectful. Like, do not ask a lady that, especially if you're trying to like hit on her. Don't do that. Um, and those people just got blocked because I was like, I don't want to deal with this. So that was like a long, long time ago. But no, like as far as like spouses and stuff, like what I thought was really cool was like when I went down to Texas to meet with Luke to train and stuff, Tyler came with me and he invited Tyler to come too to make sure that since like we're not like in the gym all the time, like he can give Tyler cues of like, this is what I want to look for when she's doing this. And like Tyler got to learn then what Luke was looking for, and he can reinforce that because I have a tendency to like go back to old habits, powerlifting habits. And Tyler's like, no, you have to slow that down, or like, no, like better tempo, like things like that and stuff. So he really like helped and was involved in that way, which I think is great. So yeah, spouses can definitely be helpful. Just include them in the process, but don't let them be your coach either.
yeah, no, if your spouse is your coach, then obviously there are some people that can do that. But
Hmm.
yeah, there's just, I don't know, there's got to be this degree of separation. And as a partner, you need to be able to let your, I hate the word partner. I don't know why. It just sounds like a team event. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
a biology class lab part. Your significant other.
Your spouse.
You need to trust that they made a good choice with the coaching. If they are happy with their coaching choice, like if they're, not like they're experience, like they're happy with it, like you need to let the coach do his job, his or her job. Now obviously, like I said, if there's health things coming up and the coach isn't responding and is having the person do something that seems pretty dangerous, and going below 1,300 calories for a few weeks is not dangerous unless you're maybe diabetic or something. Then no, like stay out of it. Let them do their thing, because all that's going to do is create doubt in that person's mind that wasn't there before. If they're happy with their coaching and they've been with that person and there's trust built there, like don't start planning stuff in their mind, especially getting close to a show. That's not fair to them at all. Now, if after the show you're like, hey, I noticed blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Like you can have that conversation, but I don't know. I'm ranting today.
It's okay. It's a good day for a rant. I ranted about the posing stuff, so it's all good. Carolyn, what do you want to rant about?
My body hurts.
Oh
All the
no.
things that was going
So
wrong before we
yeah,
started recording.
I don't think Amanda, you heard us, but like before we started recording, so here's my laundry list of things that have happened to me since Tuesday. So basically, I got body work done, and my body looks like an octopus at the moment. I have 10 circles on my back and 6 on my legs. And then and then there was also scraping involved as well. And then on Friday, I was taking the horse out of the field, and there was a whole swarm of wasps at the gate lock. So I got stung twice, stomach and leg, and immediately when it, like, you know that meme where the woman is just like bending over and she's like this and she's just like, I can't, like that. Yeah, it was painful.
God,
And
girl.
then and then I busted my toe while getting out of the shower, so now it's black. I had to adjust some leg movements today because I couldn't put weight on it, but I still trained all weekend, so yay, while shooting. And then and I'm also sunburnt on my neck and around my ankles because that's where my leggings cut off. So I was shooting for 10 hours a
Rated
day,
labels.
Friday through Sunday. Literally, it's they look so ridiculous, and like with long sleeves too, but not my hands. So like now the tan is absolutely fantastic. So I think that I listed everything that's happened, but I'm sure there's more.
Dude, what the fuck? I'm so sorry. Oh, that sounds horrendous.
She needs to be wrapped in a bubble.
Oh,
Literally, even my boss was like, "Yeah, you need to stay
Hi,
home."
Dan.
hey guys.
Hi, Dan.
He's the Dan, what's it called? The Dan arrival.
The Dan arrival.
Cameo,
Yes,
thank
Part of
you.
the podcast where Dan
the
arrives
cameo.
on.
I was like, what are these weird? Caroline, I'm so sorry you have gone through hell. That sounds horrible. I hope you start taking ASAP. Oh my God. What a disaster.
Yeah, it's only my own fault for all this stuff, and it's not even like none of this happened in the gym.
I don't think the wasps are your fault. Like,
Well, no, yeah, no, that's not your fault. They were just there.
Yeah,
Dan
no one
has
told
to-
me, but apparently other people, got stung too, but no one told me before I had to go out to the field.
Well, maybe have like a wasp spray or something. Like, don't let people go out there while there's an active wasp nest.
So what I ended up doing, so I where the wasps were at the front gate entrance, but there's another gate around the corner. So when I had to put the horses back out, that's when I went around the corner. But someone could have told me that before I went out there. Thanks,
Literally.
guys. Thanks, guys.
Well, you could have been like allergic to them or something.
Yeah, at least I know now I'm not allergic.
I guess there's that silver
My whole
lining.
body is swelled up.
You're like, I don't need to go to the hospital, so thanks. There's that.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was actually more so concerned about if I had broken my toe,
Yeah.
but I can still kind of bend it, so we're good.
Girl, what a nightmare.
Yeah, so I don't know if
Oh.
it's Mercury in retrograde. After all these moments happened, I texted Aaron because I was like, "Hey, can you let me know if anything astrological is going on? Because I don't know what's going on right now. So just keep me posted.
You're like, I'm just having a day. Just let me know.
Yeah.
Like, can I blame the planets on this, please? Can I blame it onto somebody else?"
I was like, what do we like if someone but that shit is so stupid. Because you're like, okay, if the planets are aligned in some weird way, what are you supposed to do with that? Well, I'm just gonna like, what are you gonna do with it? Like,
It's something to blame somebody on.
I guess there's people really love doing that.
That's all they love to do.
Yeah, I mean, I know
They
you're
just
talking
want to be
about
like, well, so and so, like this happened with the astrology, and like my month is like in this moon rising, whatever. I don't know.
because I know, like
I
Carolyn,
did
you're
not say
talking
any of
about
that
it
right.
as like you're talking about it comically, but I know people that are genuinely like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not gonna like go for this, that, and the other this month because this planet's doing this. I'm like,
I'd be like, bitch, watch me. I'm gonna go do it, and I'm gonna do it just fine. And Final Destination is not gonna get me.
my
Please
God.
don't say that.
We came up to like a train tracks, and like the train was like going across the road, and we had to stop. And like just quickly in my head, just the Final Destination came to mind, and I was like, oh, this could be one of those things. And I was like, nope, we're not gonna think about that. Like, I haven't
Don't
even
put
seen
that
the
thought
new
in your
one.
mind.
No, but I haven't even
Never
seen the
seen
new one. But like that shit scared me to death as a child.
I've never seen it. And
Yeah.
all I know is the references, like when there's a truck carrying a bunch of logs or like
Yep.
a few other ones. And I'm like, this movie must have been really fucked up because I can't watch stuff like that, you guys. Like
It was
so anxious. Like,
scarring. Like there was the one, I forgot which one it was, but like something about like man with hooks. And like that played in my dreams for like months after I watched it. Just like Man with Hooks. And then like the next scene was like someone's head got cut off in an elevator. And I was like, oh, okay.
I don't need to unlock new fears. I'm
Nope.
good.
Don't do it.
No, that was especially when there was that TV show that was still around. It was 100 or it was 1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh, I remember that
Yeah.
show. That was kind of stupid though.
Yeah, it was all like, just like funny ways of people dying, like someone's carrot went up their butt.
Yeah,
Like
or
I
like from like a
specifically remember
sex
that
toy
one.
and stuff.
A
Yeah.
carrot.
Yeah, like literally they were doing some innuendos and yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
was
stick
like,
with
what?
my medical drama.
I was like 13 and I'm still scarred by the carrot.
I'm just gonna stick to my medical drama and Law and Order. I'm good on all of this. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Do you guys ever
Yeah.
remember like the first ever scary movie you watched and like that are you like still afraid of it to this day?
Chucky.
Mhm.
Those are so funny.
Those are so fucked. Well, when you're like 6 though,
But yeah,
like
when you're that little, it makes sense.
It was
I
The Ring.
Oh, that's a
yeah.
good one.
Or
Actually, no, there was one before that. It
Mine was The
was
Exorcist.
oh,
I was like 12. I was at a friend's house. I watched like 30 minutes of it, and it was the part where she like goes upside down and like throws up green stuff out of her mouth, and then she's like, ah, like on the bed or whatever. And then she goes like upside down the stairs, and I was like, I can't watch this.
that
And like
show
to this
cracks.
day, I can't watch it.
so I watched it last year because it's one of the final scenes is where the priest falls down the stairs. That's here in DC in Georgetown. So we have the
Oh,
Exorcist stairs over here. And so I was like, okay, I'll just finally watch the movie. But the slime, it looked like something out of the Nickelodeon because of like when the movie was made, it was like in the 80s. So it was like, what can you
yeah,
do?
yeah.
But you should definitely check out what happened to the actors in the house where they filmed it. Like, look at the
Uh-oh.
backstory of filming this movie.
Yeah.
It
Nope.
was wild. Like everyone came out like not okay, and the house burned down
That's crazy.
like mid filming, and then they had to extend the filming because everything was going wrong during the
Oh,
yeah.
mm-mm, nope. I don't mess with that kind of stuff. Mm-mm.
No.
I feel like demonic movies, most people hate them. Those are probably my favorite movies. I can handle though. I can't do like gore, like Saw movies. I can't do those.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel sick
Um,
to my stomach if I watch
I
those.
can't do
Mm-mm.
it, but I can do
Yeah.
like one of my favorite, I shouldn't say favorite movies. I'm not like, oh, let me go back and watch this, but The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I really liked that movie. I like that creepy shit. I don't know why. I think because I just don't really believe in it, that I'm just like, eh. It's just like entertaining and kind of it's like because it's one of those realms where people either believe it or they don't, but there's no definitive answer either way. So it's
Mhm.
kind of up in the air versus like gory shows, like we know that exists. But there's this mysterious nature to demonic possession because you have people that like claim they've seen it, they vehemently believe in it, and then people are like, there's a bunch of bullshit, and there's no like definitive proof one way or the other. Like I shouldn't say definitive because like for some people they probably feel like they have definitive proof, but like enough that it's become like a general fact, right? That exists. I find it very interesting, like people's
Mhm.
how how
Is
they create movies around it.
it pretty much is determined whether or not the person has had a experience before. That's
Yeah.
either yes or no, and if no, then it usually means they haven't had an experience, but yes, if they did.
Because like I've had experiences that I know a lot of people would attribute to that, but I just
Mhm.
also I'm like, it
Mm,
could have been something else. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you're looking for it, you're gonna find it. That's
Yes.
right.
part of me is like
Yeah.
people have told me about experiences they've had. I'm like, I could debunk that in 5 minutes. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I saw this thing. I'm like, people hallucinate, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't mean like hallucinate like schizophrenia. I just mean like flashes out of the corner of your eye. Like I do it all the time. I think I see something that's not there, and then I look again, it's not there. And I could totally attribute that, like, oh, there's something's following me or whatever. But I'm just like, the likelihood of that is very small.
Yeah.
I definitely I like the shows about like haunted stuff and what I think it's very interesting also like demonic type movies though I'll watch them but like I'll still get scared and freaked out just because it's
Yeah.
creepy and
They
stuff
are scary. Yeah,
like
you're
The Conjuring, that was one of the scariest
Mm.
ones. Or like Sinister. Oh, that one is good. So
Yeah.
good. But like good in a sense of like, oh, that scared me. Like that's what a scary movie should do. And that's where like the gory ones, I'm just kind of like, that's fake. That's dumb. Why'd you do that? No one would ever do that. No one would go downstairs without a gun or be like, hello, is anyone there? Like, duh. Like
Actu-
why
Yeah, I
would a
do
person
find that
ever
the
do that?
scarier the movies are where you don't know who the villain is, or you don't know what it looks like. So that's why when Cloverfield came out, it was also, considered a scary film, is because you don't know what the demon looks like. And the same with
Mhm.
Birds or Psych or well, Birds, yes, but I'm sorry, I was thinking of Psycho. So Psycho was as scary as it was because you never saw the villain until the very end.
I never saw that one.
It's an older movie.
Is
It's a
it okay?
classic,
Okay.
black and white, only way to
Oh
go. You
wow.
could,
Okay.
Shower
yeah,
murder.
the shower murder, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
I'll have
famous
to
scene.
watch it.
So yeah, no, it's a really, really good film. Any of Alfred Hitchcock's movies are really great, simply because he kind of leaves the suspense for the end, for where you as the viewer has to figure out what is going on too. The
Mhm.
only thing that I cannot see, like you guys had said about gore, is I cannot watch suicide on films.
Yeah, that's
Mm-mm.
rough. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
God.
I
that's a little
I
too
can't
much.
watch it. So that's why the Birds movie with Sandra Bullock, no one warned me that there would be 10 suicides in the first like 5 minutes, because it's anyone who sees. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not called Birds.
No, it's like Birdwatch or something like that. Bird
Bird
oh my
Box.
God. Bird Box,
Bird
thank
Box.
you. Yeah.
That's what it is.
I was not okay and I was alone. So that was great. Thanks, guys.
You know what fucked me up? Did you guys ever watch 13 Reasons Why?
Yes. Jesus.
No.
That scene of her in the bathtub. I guess, I mean, there's no more spoiler alerts. This thing is like years old. That fucked me up because it was like
Yeah.
dead silent. And you just watched her like lay in the tub and slit her. I didn't sleep for like 3 days. And it wasn't because like I was scared. It was just disturbing. Like it was just because
Yeah.
like I know that's happened all over the world with people that are that depressed. And it was just like made me so sad. Like obviously in the show it was
Hmm.
but that happens like all over the fucking world. People have done that, and it
Yep.
was dead silent. They showed it the whole time. Her parents finding her, like
Ugh.
that was one of the most disturbing things I'd ever seen. Like, and I think because it's true and that it happens. Whereas like the demonic stuff, it's like it's all
Mm-hmm.
glamorized and Hollywoodized and made to be like it's so outrageous. Even
Mhm.
though like whether you believe in possession or not, it's obviously like the drama is amped up for the movie, right? Whereas that
Right.
scene, like, no, that goes on. Um,
Mm-hmm. The same
including
goes for, yeah, go ahead.
oh, it's like in like the scene where she gets raped, like that was
Yeah,
Oh, I don't
having
want to
both
watch
of
that.
those in the same movie, no,
Mm-mm.
no,
I don't
it's
want to watch that. Mm-mm.
it
not
was just
great,
It's like one of
not
my
great.
biggest fears is like being kidnapped and stuff. Like, because I'm small. Like, I know I'm strong, but like, either way, I'm not fighting off a large man. Like, it's just not going to happen. And like,
I'm
that's
not
one of my
laughing
biggest
at you getting
fears.
kid because I'm
It's
small.
just because I'm small, but also, yeah, no, and yeah, some of the stories, heard in the past about human trafficking. Please, yeah, please be careful. But
Disturbing.
anyway, but there's also the other movie too. So if you guys are actually, so The Exorcist is also a really good reference for, horror films and scary things that have happened, like where they try to take real life and then put it into a dramatized movie. The Forest is, well, I'm blurry again. Hopefully that works. But in the unplug here, there we go. So what happens in The Forest is that it is also based on the bottom of Mount Fuji. And so I don't know if you guys have heard about this.
I think I might
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. Keep going with it if it's what I'm thinking
Hmm.
it is.
Yeah. So there's Mount Fuji, and then there is a forest. No one's allowed to go in it because one, it's a preservation, but also there's a history back lore to it as well. So if there were elderly or sick people that were just simply not getting better, or say it was a contagious disease, then they would be sent into the forest to go die. And so that's where Japanese, one, you do have the cultural impact where it is honorable to kill yourself, but then that's where why there is such a high suicide rate is because they view suicide differently. And instead, if they were sick, they were sent off into the forest. And so there's been a couple movies about it, and that's also even The Ring is a Japanese story too. It came from a Japanese film. So I would definitely check out The Forest if you were looking for a scary film. And no, you don't see anything. It's basically there's twins, and one girl went to go explore the forest simply for camping, innocent, everything. And then this other sister has to go and find her.
Oh, interesting. Okay, it's not the movie I was thinking of, but there
Mhm.
was some movie that I watched. I don't remember what it's called. It might have been like a lower budget movie, but it was like they all were like this group of people went into this forest because of this like story about people getting lost or whatever. And they're like, we're not going to get lost, blah, blah, blah. You know how it all goes. And then they walk into this forest and they start hearing these voices and stuff. And then they start following it and they like get lost and like they can't find their way out. And it ends up, it's like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. So it's one of those kind of like weird
Mm,
ones. Say what?
yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan? Did I say that wrong?
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan. I can't say it.
The
Sham.
Minnesota.
uh, Everyone shut up. Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
There we go. Okay.
Got it. It's one of those movies. So like, it's kind of like a little weird, but like
Yeah.
kind of like creepy, and it was one of those that's kind of just like makes you think a little bit. And it kind of was like, whoa. I was like, okay, well, I wonder like what actually did happen, kind of thing.
Did
I
you ever
wonder
watch
if The Watchers was it? Was it The Watchers
The
movie,
Village?
Kayla?
The Village.
Oh,
Yes, I
Oh,
watched
The
that.
Village. The Village was good. That was
Creepy.
wild. Yeah, that was good though.
Creepy.
Good movie.
The Watchers is a new one though, isn't it?
That one was because I was looking it up. Oh yeah, it's 2024, so it hasn't come out yet. I lied. The poster looked familiar, so
Mm.
I just started Googling films. I was like, oh, The Forest. And then it recommended The Watchers. It's based on a novel. That's cool.
Oh, one of the ones I really, really like, that I think is really cool, that is like kind of like a sci-fi alien type movie is the ones where they can't talk. And there's like,
Oh, Quiet Place.
yes, the Quiet Place
Yeah,
movies, all three of them. They're
all
all
three of
super
them.
good.
Hmm. They're
All
really
super
good.
good. I like those ones a lot. Like I would rewatch those again too. Um just very interesting how they put that together and like the storyline and everything, and just like they all kind of make sense too. Like one is like the first one is like the outbreak, like when it happens. The second one, or no, the first one is like a little bit later, like there's nobody left, they're trying to find people. The second one is they're like still trying to find people. The third one is like what happened like day one. So like it's really cool if you haven't watched those.
It was what was the other thing? So like thinking of movies that are also coming out really soon too, is so went to go see Jurassic Park or
Oh
Jurassic
yeah.
World. Jurassic World.
Did you see it?
tired of these movies. There's too
It
many.
It's
well
becoming like Fast and Furious.
It gets shitty. Like they just get
kind of
shitty.
kind of yes. And so what happens is that there's three Jurassic Park movies and then there's four Jurassic World movies now. And so this was the fourth one. They should have stopped after Chris Pratt in the first one, to be honest.
I
So the
was gonna
fourth,
say that too, because now I'm confused on how many there are.
yeah, so there's seven or eight now total. And
Jesus.
the thing is, there was only one book, at least that I know of. I don't know if it became a series, but in regardless, but please, yeah. So what was funny is that usually in Jurassic Park, it's always going to be T-Rex or it's going to be the biggest dinosaur is always going to be the scariest, right? No, their version of the scariest monster was like a baby beluga. It was a beluga dinosaur. You can look it up. Like I couldn't take it seriously the entire film. It was just this massive like forehead as a T-Rex. And yeah. Also, do not bring children under 10. Please don't.
Under 10 specifically.
Is
No,
there a
literally my
scene?
my mother was like, those children shouldn't be in here. And I was like,
Um,
I was like, I love you, mother, but like, no, seriously, it's because like there's a child in the movie and she's constantly in danger and put in dangerous situations. So it looks bad for anyone under 10 years old.
Oh yeah, yeah, that definitely.
Yeah.
what's that new movie with Michael B. Jordan?
Oh, Sinners.
Yes, that was really good.
It was really good.
It was really good. It was a
Good.
very well done vampire movie.
I can't
I haven't
add
had a
much to the
vampire movie.
conversation. I don't really watch movies.
I don't watch a ton anymore, but it was one I did go to the movie theater and see. So
It's one of
See,
my character defects. I don't like most movies. I'm like halfway through it. I'm like, this sucks, and then I turn it off.
well, actually, Dan might know this film. I'm not sure if you guys know it, but so I didn't know the history behind this until looking into it further. But have you guys have heard of the 36th Chamber of Shaolin? It's a 1978 film.
He said no.
No? You haven't heard of it? Okay. So basically, so you know the Wu-Tang Clan, right?
Yeah,
And you know Quentin Tarantino, right?
yeah.
So Wu-Tang got their whole inspiration for their albums come from the 36th Chamber. And then also Quentin Tarantino says this is his favorite film. And the main actor in the movie, Quentin Tarantino used him for Kill Bill.
Oh,
oh,
And
interesting.
it's cheesy, but it's like the cinematography is so good and it's just visually like so appealing to watch. And it's yes, all in Chinese, but when you rent it, they have the English overlay and it's so good. Like it's cheesy, but also adventure and action and kung fu and Chinese. It's a whole thing, and I would definitely
basically
recommend going
movie
down
buff.
the rabbit hole. Huh?
I said I feel like you're like a movie buff over here.
Oh, I'm just going through my Italian mafias, and now I'm into the Chinese films. It's great.
Dude, I can't do subtitles or dubs. Can't do it.
Nope.
No, it is
Nope.
kind of distracting because they're speaking Chinese, but you have the English overlay over top of it.
When
But
the
it's
words don't match the lips, I can't handle it. I can't
but
stand
it's
it.
it's
And it's like,
visually
hold on.
that's what she said. But it's visually a great film, so I would recommend it for all the movie buffs out there.
You know
But
what
they
we've
probably
learned is we will probably not be watching a movie when you guys are out here.
We don't have
absolutely
time for
not.
movies when we go
We
there.
don't
We
have
have lots
time.
of stuff to
Yeah,
do.
we
I
do.
know. We'll be yapping too much.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Like
just
we
ready
don't
for
talk enough
October.
on these podcasts every week, every other week.
Kayla, because you said you guys will know if you're coming this week sometime.
Yes, we can come. So yeah,
But what about your doggy? Like, is everything? I know that.
he should be fine by then. Because that's in like 8 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be fine by
Yeah.
then. And like
Mm.
he's getting surgery this Wednesday and we leave on Thursday. So he's got to stay overnight. So I get him Thursday morning and then our friend is going to watch the dogs while we're gone at USA's. So if we hadn't already like paid for everything, like we would not be going obviously, but everything was already done and booked. So I was like, well, this is just what we're gonna have to do. Like,
Be all right. Just give him some pain meds and he'll be okay.
oh yeah, I mean, we have this kennel set up and he's like, just like crouched up next to the grate right now, next to me, and he's just like asleep and he's just so cute.
Yeah.
I come
That'd be
out, he just like wags his tail and he's just so happy to see me. And I'm just like, you're so cute. I'm like, you poor little puppy.
Poor
So
little.
this little broken leg, sure he's gonna
Oh,
have a little hobble the rest of his life, but he's cute, so why not?
I don't
He's
care.
so
Once
cute.
it's
No.
healed.
I know.
He'll get through it. He still like hobbles down the hallway and he's like wagging his tail the whole time. If he like sees someone in the elevator, he's like wants them to pet him and stuff. Like he definitely is like, and if I do let him out for a minute, he just hops right over to the dog beds and like wants to lay by the other two. So like he's just like
So cute.
he tries his best. So I just want to get him the surgery so that he feels better and then I feel better about him like not gonna like lose his leg or something because that's like all these random thoughts of like, oh my god, what if he gets an infection? And I'm like, what if they have to cut his leg off? And like I will like I woke up at like 5 a.m. this morning just like thinking about these things, and I'm just like, everything's gonna be fine. They wouldn't have let me take him home if it wasn't gonna be fine. So,
Right? Oh yeah. He'll be okay. He just, yeah, has to wait to get to the right surgeon to get his little. Luckily
yeah.
with that dogs, like they don't know the difference. They just run around and have fun once they're healed.
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yep. They make it work. So I've never had a dog with a broken leg before. So I'm like, I don't know how to do with this. Like, like, I don't know what he can do.
Look
Oh,
at
yeah,
that.
baby.
Baby.
Babies.
So happy.
I'm actually probably gonna hop off here in a second. It's Dan and I's anniversary today.
Well, that's right. Happy
Yeah, happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
Thank you. We celebrated it over the weekend, but I just still I want to hang out with him. So
Well, yeah. No,
Yeah,
your
enjoy.
dress looked hot.
do what?
Said your dress looked hot.
My dress looked hot.
Yeah.
Your
Oh,
top
like
skirt combo.
I thought you meant like temperature. I was like, it was not too bad. I've never
Trying
heard
to
you
give you a
say hot.
compliment.
I've never heard you say
Like
anything.
what?
Call it hot.
That was really funny.
Like I've heard you say like I love that outfit or that was really cute. I've never heard you say the word hot in reference to anything I've worn ever. I love it.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. There we go. I'm coming up
There
with
you go.
words.
Oh my God. I was just like, I think like I wasn't wearing much, so it wasn't too.
You're like, I was kind of nippy outside, like it's fine.
I was in full slut storm. Yeah. I was
Oh, yeah.
that's Dan. He's like, if it's like the more revealing, the better. He loves it. He's like, yeah.
Mhm. But only around him, of course. Like then it's like then he has to
No,
show
he
you
likes
off.
it everywhere. No, he likes it everywhere.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's so incredible, like having a man that's that secure because he would never once. Like, I think you should cover more. You shouldn't wear that out. He wants men looking at me. He likes it. Like, he's like, why wouldn't I want you to look hot?
Mhm.
Maybe we're talking about how you don't care if I dress like more provocatively when we're out.
Yeah, no, I prefer it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, why would a guy want her girl to look all like dumpy and like not put together?
Not
Well,
dumb.
yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Dumpy.
if you're gonna put dumpy.
Fully
in
covered
makeup,
up.
I don't mean that.
No, not me, but I mean like girls still wear makeup, but a lot of boyfriends like want them to cover up. Like they don't want them to dress revealing.
Yeah, they're pussies. I mean, like,
You heard it here,
But
folks.
no,
No,
it's
I-
because we agree with you.
it's like I
That's
want
why.
her looking good and feeling good, and it's like,
Yeah.
if you don't walk into a room and like if you have a problem with your girl getting glances or it's like I'm not talking about anything like inappropriate or out of control or anything.
Right.
Still be
Right.
respectful, but I feel like it's a good thing if I'm out with a really attractive person. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But I've
Yeah.
also never been like weird about that either.
No, he
So,
doesn't give a
Oh,
shit. He's
no.
like, oh, sometimes I'll ask, like, does this look to this? And he's like, no, it looks sexy. I love it. I'm like, okay.
yeah, I like it. I mean,
I
I'm
love it.
the one that gets to bring her home. So
He's like, this is coming home with me and not all of you. So suck it.
I feel like there's two men though. Like there's men or three. There's men that are totally indifferent that don't even notice one way or the other. That's a bummer. Because I've been with the guy that doesn't like, oh, I don't want you dressed like that. Everyone's gonna be staring at you. Like putting their insecurities onto the female. You know what I mean? And I'm like Dan said, not talking about like you're just going out with pasties on, but just like wearing
Yeah.
something that you feel sexy in. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
if it was like a low cut shirt or whatever, my ex has something to say about it. Dan's like, yeah, I love when you get like glances and looks from other guys. Like no guy's ever come up to me and been inappropriate. Like that's never happened, especially because he's around. But he was
Well,
like,
yeah.
I love the fact that other guys are looking at my wife, like thinking like, oh, giving her a look. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He's like, and that's not like why he likes me to dress the way I dress. Cause I like to dress provocatively. That's just my style. Like I like to dress revealing. I like to wear crop tops and short things. Like that's always how I've been. If that wasn't my style, he would never be like, he would never like recommend I dress like that. He wants me to feel confident and be myself.
Mhm.
But that is how I like to dress. So it has put guys off in the past. I'm like, I'm not changing how I dress because you're insecure. Like, You
Mhm.
know, obviously I've never had a man come up to me and be inappropriate when I'm with when I'm with my husband or someone I'm seeing. Like, that's never happened, thank God.
Mhm.
But no, he's like, why wouldn't I want my wife to look and feel hot?
Right. I love it.
They're pussies.
Because they're pussies. I love it. All right. Well, we can let you guys go. I gotta finish all my check-ins today yet too, and
Okay.
take these dogs outside.
Okay.
So I will talk to y'all later.
All right.
Have a good
Love you
night.
guys.
Love you
Love you.
guys. Bye.
Bye.